Hi guys, this is Adam again from Adrenaline Cycles here, and we want to go over a little install video here on the ice crusher heater. As you can see from the intro, man, it's a pretty good job. Great product, pretty seamless. One thing you might take in note on this, we found out the clamps aren't very good, but everything else, man, is pretty straightforward. Works out really good. A lot of instructions, probably 40 pages worth, so rely on them. They work out really good. So we'll go through this machine and show you some of the tips and just where everything's mounted at and how it goes. And speaking of that, while we're doing that, guys, like and subscribe this video, and that way we can keep making more and getting you guys some helpful tips and tricks and some cool products as well. We'll go ahead and start up front here with the heart of the system, which is the blower motor and radiator. As you can see, it tucks under the driver's side dash. We've got two vents on this side and two vents on the other side on the dash for windshield and passenger, however you want to set it up. And then we got the on-off knob here. You can see they do come with a plate, but since it interfered with the tablet holder for the customer, we just moved it over, and works fine, turns on and off, does all it's supposed to. So the guy driving this machine will have his tablet holder to be able to turn his music on, use his maps or whatever. Down in here you'll see the blower motor with the radiator, and then the coolant lines coming in to provide the heat. And you got both a hot line and a return line that goes through the radiator. It's all wired up, nice connections, and you'll see some of the ducting off here. It's real flexible, easy to cut, easy to route, just real simple to work with, and pretty straightforward. There's a lot of stuff you have to take apart, guys. The dash comes out, the side comes out. I mean, there's a lot to do here, so don't plan on doing it in 2 hours, because it's not going to happen. Plan on a Saturday, you and your buddies, and hang out in the garage and get this thing lined out. We'll walk around the back and I'll show you where one of the lines splices into the coolant system. On this unit here, we've got it buttoned up, but there's a line here for the coolant. You might be able to see some of the clamps here, but it's all tucked in nice and tight and protected from anything hitting it or anything like that. But that line will run up front, and I'll show you how that line is ran. As you can see, per the instructions, the line comes in from the back and runs right along the factory coolant lines, the metal lines, and it says to zip tie it to it. So that's what we've done, and just continues all the way up the front. As you can see here, like I said, some of this stuff you even have to notch the panels as it gets closer to the front to make it over to the blower motor. You can also see there's some ducts down here for the heater as well that blow like in your lap to help keep you warm down there. There's one on the passenger side here, one on the driver's side as well. So you have that. So it's got plenty of ducts to keep you warm even in this four-seater. Working our way on around, got this little tool here, guys. When you got to cut these factory lines, this is a BRP tool. We use it, and it basically just squinches down on the line to keep the coolant from coming out. A little tip or trick to use. And that's what we've done here, so we don't have to bleed the entire system. We don't have a mess. We don't have all that going on. If you're on a budget or can't get the tool, you can use some vice grips with some rubber tubing on them too. Works just fine. So just keep that in mind when you're working on there. Don't lose all your coolant, because it ain't cheap and it ain't good for the environment, and it just makes a mess. Coming on around the front here, we'll see the other splice into the coolant system, and it's at the very front of the machine here. You can see factory line, and then it comes up the aftermarket line here, and it just loops around per the instructions and tucks right back down in here in the firewall and goes over to your blower motor. And on this unit, we got a little extra stuff going on. It's not part of the ice crusher kit, but he is getting a glass windshield and wiper, so that's why we got everything off here. It's not necessary, makes it a little easier. So if you're at home doing it, pull your shocks off and get in that stuff a little easier, especially when you're trying to cut this line and things. It makes it simpler, not a lot of time, well worth it, and saves you knuckles. And then that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, it's not a 2-hour job. It takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth the time, guys, if you want to keep your toes and hands warm in the winter, and this heater will do it for sure. Just check out Ice Crusher online. We can order it here. We can install them here. Like I said, this brand new buggy ain't even left yet, and the customer wanted it. So check us out, guys. Like and subscribe to the video so we can keep more videos coming to you guys. We're going to stretch out when the weather gets warm here and get some trail riding in. Of course, everybody wants to see, you know, what's going on in, you know, the Eastern Kentucky hills and East Tennessee hills. So like I said, guys, like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and we'll try to help you out.